Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today is Lushke Styles. Thank you all for stopping today on my space. So in today's tutorial, I'll be teaching you all the whole process involved in the sewing of this waistcoat you see me putting on right here, which has a V neckline and also buttons in front. So if this sounds like something you're interested in learning, please continue watching. It's 100% detailed tutorial and is beginners friendly as well. So without much ado, let's get started, and don't also forget to subscribe to this channel. So basically, in the first part of this tutorial, I shared a detailed process on how to go about all the whole drafting process involved in this waistcoat. So it's 100% beginners friendly as well. So I'd advise you to actually click the link in the comment section if you're yet to watch the first part of the tutorial, so you can understand all the whole process involved in the sewing part. So the link will directly take you to the drafting process of this video, and when you're done with that, you can come back here to watch the sewing process, which is what I'm about to show you all in today's video. So it's 100% beginners friendly, and trust me, it's never going to be a thing of regret to you all. So when I was done cutting on my pattern paper, I went ahead to transfer all of this drafted piece to my fabric. So here is what I have right here. Of course, I'm making use of an Ankara print fabric which has multicolors, and I used about 2 years to achieve this dress right here. So for the center front, as you can see right here, I added all my stitching allowance all around. For the side, I added half of an inch. At the base, I added half of an inch. At the button allowance part, I added about 1/4 of an inch. So I have 4 pieces of that because I'll also be using my main fabric as a lining piece as well. So this is the side front, as you can see it boldly labeled here. To the sides, I added 1.5 inches for stitching allowance. To the base, I added half of an inch, and to the other curved part, I added just half of an inch. So here's the back part of my dress, as you can see right here. And then I added 1.5 inches extra to the length of my top, which will be for my folding. So for the size, I also added 1.5 inches for stitching allowance. For the back, I'll be using a lining piece, actually a cotton lining piece right here, as you can see. So the lining piece is of the same length with the actual length of my top. Okay, so I didn't extend it up to that 1.5 inches. All right, so that by the time I stitch this together, this 1.5 inches will come in just as shown you right here. I also went ahead to notch my darts and also notch that part where my 1.5 inches started. So the next is to start joining all of these pieces together. I'll have to remove my pattern paper from all these pieces I have right here. So I removed my pattern paper from my side front. So I ironed my stay to the wrong side of my fabric. So remember I told you all, for the front part of this my dress, I'll be using both this my actual fabric as my lining piece. So to this other piece, I didn't iron my stay to. It's going to be serving as my lining piece, okay? So this is my center front as well. I'll go ahead and remove the pins I have from my pattern paper. So I also have my stay ironed to the wrong side of the 2 sides of this my fabric. Then the other 2 sides doesn't have an stay iron to it, and just know that the part I don't have stay iron to, this my fabric will be serving as my lining piece. Okay, so now here's the right side of the center front of my dress. As you can see, I'm going to get the side front. So make sure you place it this way. The curved part of your side front, you place it on top of the other curved part of your center front, right sides facing each other. Then on the base, I started pinning this. I'll pin this till I get up to the armhole area.
There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. Damn, what a hell of a...
So after pinning, this is all I have. So I'm going to mark just half of an inch, which was the joining allowance that I left while I was cutting on my fabric. So I'll mark this half of an inch all the way to the base of this my dress. Then I'm going to stitch just exactly as I've marked, starting from that point to the base. And then this is what it will look like on the right side. So I repeat the same thing for this other side of my piece, as you can see right here. So I'll also do the same thing for the lining piece for the front part of my top. So here's the back part of my dress, and I'm just simply going to also remove this pattern paper I have from this my fabric. So I've removed it, and this is what I have. So all I'm going to do is to start marking half of an inch. Remember, the 2 back parts of my dress now are right sides facing each other. So that's half of an inch which we marked while we were drafting for the center back. I'll go ahead and join them this way. Okay, then I'll pin it as well. After joining that half of an inch, just as I've done right here, you also go ahead and stitch in your darts. Okay, so I'll also repeat the same thing for the lining page. Just know that whatever we are doing for the main fabric, we're also doing it on the lining piece. Okay, so I marked half of an inch. When I got to that point, I slanted it into this other part this way. So this is what I have when I was done joining, and I'm also gonna head to iron all my seam flat. It's really necessary you do that. I iron everything flat, including the half of an inch I have on the center back. On my lining piece and on my fabric, everything I iron my seam open and flat. So you can see all I've done right here. So the next, I got the back part of my dress, right side facing the camera, and facing it together with my lining piece, right sides facing each other. Now this is my lining piece. I'm going to join it together on the base with my main fabric. Okay, so when I push down my lining piece to the base of my main fabric, at the top part on the neckline area, my lining shortened or reduced, so it's actually normal. When you are done pinning it at the base, go ahead and stitch using just 1 inch. Then you now drag up your lining piece to align with the neckline area. Then you pin the shoulder and also pin the neckline as well, just as I'm doing right here. So I'll go ahead and stitch the neckline and stitch the armhole. Then I'll repeat the same thing for this other side. Stitch the neckline and stitch the armhole. Remember, I didn't say you should stitch the shoulder. So for the front part of my dress, this is what I have as well. And I'm also going to get my lining piece, right sides facing each other. I'm going to pin them together this way. So I'll stitch the neckline, I'll stitch the button allowance, and I'll also stitch the armhole. So these are just like the 3 parts where I'm going to stitch. So for the armhole, use half of an inch to stitch it down, because remember we added extra half an inch while cutting and also on the neckline. So this is what I have for the back part. So I'll now flip it to the right side from the sides, and when I'm done, this is what I have. So you can see that I still have the shoulder open, is yet to be stitched, but the armhole and the base are all stitched, as you can see right here. So I'm going the front part of my dress, and this is what I have as well. I have the base and the sides still open, so I'll turn this out from the to the right side. Sorry. So after turning this out, this is what I have so far. So I'm going to make sure that the armhole of the front part and the back part of my dress align, right sides facing each other, before I'll go ahead to turn this my fabric to the wrong side. So the part I have my esther ironed is my main fabric, and this other side will be my lining piece. So I'll turn this my fabric to the wrong side. So make sure that they both align on the armhole, I mean for the front part and the back part of your dress. Now I'm going to pass my shoulder through and make sure that it comes out to this other part of my shoulder for the front part this way. I don't know if you understand what I mean. If my explanation is not so clear, I believe you saw everything I've done here. So I passed my shoulder through inside, like inside the right side of the front part of my dress. Okay, and I pinned this. So I'll repeat the same thing for this other side, so that even if you didn't understand what I explained, you really understand what I did right here. Flip it to the wrong side and now pass your shoulder through and let it come out at this other side this way. Then I'll pin it and use half of an inch to stitch this down. So make sure that you arrange it properly so that after stitching it will align properly. Okay, so I'm gonna head now to stitch this down, the 2 shoulders, and I'll flip it now to the right side, so you can see the neat joining that I have here so far. So that is basically how I normally join any sleeveless dress I'm working with. All right, so you can see all I have and can see how neatly done it is. So we still have the base of this our front dress open. That's what I'm going to join right now. So after arranging this piece, I'm going to turn this my fabric this way at the base. So I'm going to turn it to the wrong side, as you can see right here at the base. So I'll pin it together. So one thing I was happy about is that all my darts actually align with my fabric and also my lining piece. So after pinning the base story, you are going to stitch using just half of an inch. Okay, so from the sides this way to this way and this other part. Okay, so I'll repeat the same thing for this other side as well. Turn everything to the wrong side just on the base alone. Then you're going to stitch from the center, which is from that button allowance, using half of an inch all the way to the sides. Okay, to the sides I mean is exactly on the base, not the two sides. Okay, so just watch what I'm doing. You definitely understand all I'm trying to explain right here. So after joining, this is what I have. So on this excess I have right here, I'll just go ahead and cut it out, or you can as well notch. Okay, so then I'll turn this now to the right side of my fabric, so you can see the knee stitch we have so far. So the only part we have left open is just the two sides. Okay, so I'll go ahead and give this a very good press so that everything will be very flat. Okay, before I'll go ahead to join them at the sides. So after ironing them, this is what I have. You can see how neatly this is done. So I'm going to arrange them at the sides properly, and you see that everything aligns both at the base and also on the armhole.
You look great, I like you, I can't wait.
So after arranging this on the sides, I'll go ahead and mark my stitching allowance, which is 1.5 inches. Then I'll join.
Our first time, our first date, you're so fine.
So you can see at the both sides I added 1.5, I marked 1.5 inches. Then I'll stitch this down. So after stitching this down, you can see what I have. This is looking so neat and beautiful, and I actually love the pink lining I used for the bag. It's made everything come out so well. So you're going to fix your button now to the right side of your dress. Okay, and the button allowance will be on the left side of your dress. So you can actually mark 2.5 inches spaces for your button. After marking your first point for your button, then you can mark 2.5 inches space. So when you're done, that is just basically all for that, and you'll be done. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate you for stopping right on my space today. I don't take all of that for granted. I'll see you next time on this same channel. To all my subscribers, thank you so much. If you're yet to subscribe, please kindly do so. So have a lovely time ahead of you all. I'll see you some other time on this same channel. Bye.
I'm so late, you sip wine, I drink straight, don't waste time.